welcome to my channel. Welcome to today's video. Today we're gonna be doing a baby update. I wanted to do a baby update video this week because we recently came into some potentially scary news. So I went for a OB appointment. I am currently 34 weeks, almost 35 weeks pregnant with twins. I usually get an ultrasound every 2 weeks and I go to my OB every 2 weeks as well for an appointment just to check my cervix level and to make sure that I'm not in any risk of preterm labor, to check the position of the babies, the growth, all that kind of stuff. Because with twins, you have a little bit more of a risk. This week I went and found out a couple of problems. The first one, I recently have been experiencing a lot of itching on my hands, my belly, my feet, my legs, my chest, like everywhere. I've been itching like crazy. My midwife told me that I could be associated with intrahepatic cholestasis. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Basically, from what she said, it's the placenta giving off certain hormones and it affects the liver. And then when the liver can't keep up with trying to detox your body from the hormones given out by the placenta, you start itching. She told me to talk to my OB and make sure that it's all good. I recently got blood work, haven't gotten any news yet. That was only yesterday. But anyways, so that's a risk that my OB was concerned about when I told him, is that he doesn't want me to have this certain cholestasis thing, to watch for it. And if the news comes back where I do have it, he's going to recommend a C-section. So that's one bad thing. Two, twin A is the boy and twin B is the girl, and twin B is not growing at a pace my OB is comfortable with, so he wants to book me in for another ultrasound to just get a second opinion and see if the weight is, it's kind of on the fence of, is this dangerous? Should we get her out, or can we just wait? And she just had a bit of a drop. So I will be getting a call from his nurses to set up an appointment for that in the next coming weeks. So that's a potential C-section risk as well, because if the second opinion says, yeah, she's too tiny, then they're gonna want to get them out so then they can monitor the weight and help her gain some weight. So that's pretty scary as well. The third thing that was really sad for me is that both babies are now breech. So they started out like this. So this is twin B and this was twin A. And then they turned like this, more like that. And then they turned like this, and now they're like this. So two heads are in my ribs right now, which is super uncomfortable, and it's really, really hard to breathe, but that means that their bums are gonna come out first, and that means that they're breech, which is not good. With twins, you can't do much to move them because there's not much room. For regular pregnancies, there's things that you can do, like you can try to move the baby manually by putting pressure on. There's people that know how to do things like that. But with twins, you can't really do that because you're moving two, and you can't guarantee that it'll work. So there's that, and there might not be enough room to even move them. So being breech, my OB is pretty good with delivering breech babies. He's known around the city for being the breech baby natural deliverer. However, that depends on the breech position. So the boy, who's coming out first, is feet and bum, which means that his hips are like, it's like this, his feet are here, and his bum will come first, and that's dangerous position when you're breech. If it was just the feet coming down first, then I could potentially still do vaginal delivery. It would just be a little bit more risky, but my OB's comfortable with that, but he's not comfortable with the bum and the legs being like this because they can end up with hip problems, and also I'm more at risk for tearing, baby's more at risk for getting stuck, and that's not good. So I have been trying so many things to try to turn the babies. I've been putting music lower down on my belly so they go towards it. I've been using light. I've been doing the spinning babies techniques. I don't know if it'll work, but I'm going to be doing those every day to try to turn them, because obviously I don't want a C-section for multiple reasons. I'm really, really low on iron, so that puts me at a risk for other really, really bad things to happen in the OR when they're doing C-section, because of the amount of blood loss that you lose during a C-section compared to vaginal birth. I'm just looking at a lot of risks for me, and I've never really been good with general anesthetic. Usually it doesn't work for me. They have to dose me with other things or a lot more of it than normal. So I'm just really, really nervous that bad things can happen. So wish me luck in the next coming weeks. I'll try to update you guys if I know anything more. There's 3 potential things that can put me in a C-section, so it's really, really, really likely that I'm going to get a C-section, which is super scary. But also I feel like at least I'll be able to experience both births, which is kind of interesting, because I had a no drug, all natural vaginal birth with Theo. So, and then I would have a C-section with the twins, so I'd be able to like relate to a lot of women that have C-sections as well. So that'll be definitely an experience for sure. Keep you guys posted in the next weeks to come. Hopefully everything is okay. Definitely, if you guys are religious, please pray for me. It was definitely not part of our plan to have a C-section. And it's really scary for me because of the complications that I can have. I think that C-sections are kind of normalized now, and they're like, oh, you just had a C-section, but people don't get that it's a major surgery. People die from the surgery, they die on the table, they die from general anesthetic, they die from respiratory distress and blood loss and a whole bunch of other things. They die in recovery from blood clots that travel to your brain, heart, lungs. Like, there's a lot of things that can go wrong because it is major surgery, and so that's super scary. And I would rather go through 5 natural, no drug vaginal births back to back than 1 C-section. So that being said, I totally believe in like fate and like the universe, and just what is meant to be will be, and usually those things are because you need a lesson, or you need to go through certain experiences. So I understand if the universe gives me a C-section, because I haven't been through that experience, so I might need to experience both. But we're trying to stay positive, and we will keep you guys updated. Thanks for watching my video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and also follow me on Instagram at MiniMitsFam. Thank you guys so much for all the support, and we'll see you next week.